Hi guys, and welcome to this third part of our shooter game series. If you haven't checked out the first two parts yet, go watch them, they're necessary to continue our project. In this tutorial we will code the player as well as the bullets that the player is shooting. I would be very happy if you could leave a like or subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out any videos. It would be just a click for you and it's so important to me. Thank you. Now let me show you what has been added in this new part so you know if it's something for you or you don't like it. As you see, once we click on start, we can still open the shop. We can buy upgrades as long as they're not maxed out or we have enough money. In addition to that, we now have a character which we can move by using the keys W, A, S, and D. You can also change these default keys to any keys that you want. We can also turn around and shoot. When we shoot, this will create a nice knockback, which has been coded using functions or our own blocks. If you want to know how to make this, make sure to watch the video until its end. When testing this game, you may have noticed a bug. When we spam the spacebar, then sometimes the upgrades stay on our screen. I will show you what I mean with that. Here I spam the spacebar, and now the upgrades stay on our screen. So the first thing we'll do in this part is to fix this bug. For this you need a when I start as a clone, forever, if, and then grab an equal sign, and on the right side you will put in no, and on the left side put in the shop open variable. So if the shop open equals no, then delete this clone. Make sure that this is for the upgrades sprite because otherwise it wouldn't work. So now we can try this again, spamming the spacebar. As you see, nothing stays on the screen and everything works like usual before. Now let's make our player and the bullet. I will design a sprite and just take a costume that I have. This costume will probably be in the description to download. If it isn't there, just write it in the comments, and then a few days later the comment will make no sense because then you will be able to download it from the description. Alright, let's rename this to player. And as you see, our player is just a circle with some arms and then a gun that I downloaded from the internet. Now you need to make sure something. Don't center the middle of our player like I have it right now. Center the head of the player, because otherwise the rotation would look a bit weird. It will rotate like that, and that's not how a real human rotates. You rotate around your head like that. Okay, right now I can't show it, but if we change this here, the direction, you see it rotates around its head, and otherwise it would rotate like this, and that's a bit weird. We don't want that. So make sure that the head is centered. Okay, now we can get to the actual coding. Take a when I receive home screen. Then take hide, stop other scripts in the sprite, and then take a stop this script, like that. Then you want to take a when I receive game. We will go to x 0 and y negative 120. Then take a forever. Oops, not here. Forever if shop open equals no. Then if on edge bounds and show. So let's take show if on edge bounds, like that. Then point towards mouse pointer. Then we will take if key A is pressed. You can take any controls, but I will just take WASD. So if key A is pressed, we will change X by, and now we're taking it in the operators a multiplication sign and put in here -1, and then we will take item 4 of shop items. The reason why we have this is because in our the fourth item in this list, shop items, determines the speed of the player. So therefore, on default, it is 5. So it will change x by -5. Because whenever you multiply a number by -1, it will make it negative. Or if it was a negative number, it will get positive. But here it was a positive number. It's 5, and times -1 makes -5, so it will change x by -5. And then if you upgrade it, for example, to 6, it will change x by -6. That's the reason why we need this code here. Then let's take if key D is pressed. We will just change x by item 4 of shop items because we don't want it to be negative. And then we will duplicate that, take the y, change y by, and then we will just take the same here. If it's s, then we will go down, so therefore we need again a negative number. So change y by item 4 of shop items times -1. And then if key W is pressed, here we will just again change y by item 4 of shop items. So we can try that out. If we click on start, the game starts and we can move around, and that's great. Now let's make our player shoot. Make a new list called old positions. This will help us make a nice knockback for the player. Then create a new sprite called bullet. And then make a white square, or any color that you want, except the background color, of course. So I will make that white. Then zoom in and make a square, like that. Then you want to go to this tool here, reshape, and click before and after every corner to make the corners round. And then you also need to delete the old corner. Otherwise you won't see a difference. Now let's make the bullet a bit longer. Okay, and I will make that also smaller because that's way too big. Perfect. Now let's head back to our player sprite and add to the old code that we have created before. If, then take an and, take a greater operator, and then put in if mouse down and if mouse down and the timer is greater than item 3 in shop items, which is the shop item list is the list with the upgrades, and the item 3, if you remember right, is how much recharging time there is for the weapon. So I think right now it's 0.5, and if you upgrade it, it will be 0.4, and therefore you will be able to shoot at a higher pace. Alright, let's continue our code. So let's delete all of old positions, and then add thing to old positions, and then add another thing to old positions, and those are going to be the X position and to Y position. Then take a glide in 0.1 seconds to take a minus sign, X position, and then pick random -7.5 to 7.5 to have a nice little shake. Then duplicate that and put it in the Y position, only that instead of the X position, of course we will change to Y position. Let's try it out. So click on green flag, click on start, and then press the mouse button. As you see, our player is shaking a little bit. Now let's code the bullet. I will take the when I receive home screen and put it in here. Then take a when I start as a clone. We have not coded the clones yet, or when the clones will be spawned, but let's just take that for now. So when I start as a clone, show, then point in direction of player, point towards, I think, yeah, point towards player, then go to player, here, go to player, and then move 10 steps. Where is that? Here, move 10 steps. Then take forever, And then forever we will move item again, because that's going to be item 2, because the item 2 in the upgrades list makes how fast the bullets move. So let's take item 2 of shop items, and then if touching edge, here, then we will delete this clone. Then take a when I receive delete bullet, this is going to be a new message. Then also delete this clone. This is going to help us for the next part. Whenever the bullet will touch as a virus, the virus will broadcast delete bullet, and then the bullet will disappear, because otherwise the bullet would just go through the viruses and maybe hit more viruses at once. Okay, now I will upload a sound that I've already got. It will probably be in the description. If it's not, then just write it in the comment and then I will put it there. So from my backpack, right here, we will play that sound whenever we shoot. So then add to the code from before a reset timer, because otherwise you would never be able to shoot again, because the timer would just go on. Then you want to take a create clones of bullet, create clone of bullet here, and then start sound shot sound. That's the name of the sound. Then we will go to right here. So item 1 for the X, item 1 of item 1 of old positions, minus pick random. So let's take minus pick random -5 to 5 right here. Put that there, and then we duplicate that and put a 2 in here. And then let's have a if, put it on the same height as you had the shop open equals no. If the shop open equals yes. You can also take an else if you want, but I just prefer it that way. So if shop open equals yes, then hide. Okay, now we can try the code out. So we click on start, we can move a player, and we can shoot in the wrong direction. Awesome. That's because we took a point towards player, so the bullet points towards the player. Instead, we should take point in direction here, and then that's very important. Take backdrop of stage, and then you first need to change the stage to player, and then take direction of player. You can't, if you had it like this way, you couldn't first choose direction. See, you can't take direction here. So it's very important that you first change stage to player and then backdrop number to direction. So point to direction, direction of player, and now it should work. So start, we move around, and this time we can shoot. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something. If you came this far with watching, I'm very thankful. Please consider liking this tutorial, as it will be suggested to more people. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Anyways, see you in the next video.